It's Monday morning. You wake up. It's a new week. The alarm rings. It is time to get up. You feel tired. You want more sleep. But the day is starting. You open your eyes. You sit on your bed. You take a deep breath. It's Monday, the first day of the week, a new beginning. You stand up. You walk to the bathroom. You wash your face. You look in the mirror. You are ready to begin. There are 7 days in a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Each day is different. Each day is important. On some days, you work. On other days, you rest. Sometimes you feel happy. Sometimes you feel tired. That is okay. Monday's the start. Some people don't like Mondays. They feel sleepy. They feel lazy. But Monday is a chance. A chance to begin again. A chance to learn. A chance to do something good. Forget the last week. This is a new one. You can do better. You can move forward. So start small. Make your bed. Brush your teeth. Eat your breakfast. One step at a time. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. In this episode, we will talk about the week. We will talk about what people do on each day. How to talk about your routine. How to talk about your weekend. All in simple English. Let's start this journey together. It's Monday morning. You're in the kitchen. You make some coffee or tea. You eat breakfast. Maybe you eat toast. Maybe you eat eggs or fruit. After breakfast, it's time to go. Some people go to school. Some people go to work. Some people stay home. The streets are busy. People walk fast. Cars move everywhere. Monday is a busy day. At work, people start slow. They open their computers. They check emails. They drink coffee again. They talk to coworkers. Good morning. How was your weekend? At school, students open books. They write in notebooks. They listen to the teacher. Some students feel tired. Some feel ready. At home, people clean the house. They wash dishes. They do laundry. They make lunch. Some take care of children. Some listen to music. In the afternoon, people eat lunch. Some eat with friends. Some eat alone. Some eat fast food. Some eat at home. After lunch, it's back to work, back to class, back to daily life. In the evening, the day slows down. People go home. The sun goes down. The sky turns orange. It gets quiet again. People cook dinner. They talk with family. They watch TV. They check their phones. Some people study English. At night, it's time to rest. People feel tired. They go to bed. They close their eyes. And Monday is over. That is one day. That is Monday, a normal day, a busy day, a good day to begin. Tuesday morning. It feels a little easier. You know the week has started. Now you follow the routine. You wake up. You get ready. You eat breakfast. Then you go again. Tuesday is a work day, a school day. People are busy. They write. They read. They talk. They focus. You may go to the office. You may go to class. You may stay home and do chores. Wednesday comes. It's the middle of the week. Some people call it hump day. Why? Because it's the big hill in the middle. You go up, and after Wednesday, you go down. On Wednesday, people start to feel tired. But they keep going. They go to meetings. They study for tests. They help their kids with homework. They clean the kitchen. They cook dinner. They breathe. They keep going. Then comes Thursday. You are almost at the end. Just one more day before the weekend. On Thursday, people try to finish their work. They make plans. They write lists. They talk about Friday. They say, almost there. And now, Friday. People smile more. They move faster. They are ready for rest. In the morning, it's work as usual. In the afternoon, people feel different. They finish tasks. They clean their desks. They check the time. They say, weekend is coming. In the evening, it begins. Some people go out. Some people stay in. Some people watch movies. Some order food. Friday night feels special. It is the door to the weekend. You feel free. You feel relaxed. The week is not over. But you know the hardest part is behind you. It's Saturday morning. You wake up slowly. There is no alarm. There is no rush. You feel relaxed. You feel happy. The room is quiet. You look out the window. The sun is shining. The sky is blue. You take a deep breath. You stretch your arms. You smile. It's the weekend. You get out of bed. You walk to the kitchen. You make coffee. You make tea. You make a big breakfast. Maybe toast and eggs. Maybe fruit and yogurt. Maybe just cereal and milk. You eat slowly. You look at your phone. You read some messages. You check the time. You say, today is Saturday. Some people clean their house. They sweep the floor. They mop the kitchen. They wash their clothes. They fold the laundry. They change the bed sheets. They say, today is cleaning day. Other people go outside. They go to the store. They buy food. They buy soap and toothpaste. They go to the market. They choose bananas, apples, and oranges. They carry bags home. Some go to the mall. They walk around. They look at shoes. They try on clothes. They don't always buy something. Sometimes they just look. That's called window shopping. In the afternoon, it's time to rest. You sit on the sofa. You turn on the TV. You watch a funny movie. You eat popcorn. You drink juice. Some people take a nap. They sleep for 20 minutes. They feel better. Other people go for a walk. They go to the park. They see trees and flowers. They sit on a bench. They listen to music. They relax. In the evening, Saturday feels different. There is more energy. People feel free. Some go out with friends. They go to a restaurant. They eat pizza, burgers, or tacos. They talk and laugh. They take photos. They post them online. Others stay at home. They order food. They play games. They watch a new show. They sit with family. They say, this is a good night. Saturday night is fun. It is time to enjoy. You can stay up late. You can watch the stars. You can read a book in bed. And then comes Sunday. Sunday is soft. Sunday is slow. You wake up late. You don't run. You don't worry. You just enjoy the morning. You make breakfast again. Maybe pancakes this time, or eggs and toast, or coffee and something sweet. You sit at the table. You look out the window. The birds sing. The light is gentle. Some people go to church. Some stay home. Some visit family. Some go for a long walk. Some drive to the countryside. They see the mountains. They see the river. They feel peace. In the afternoon, people relax more. They sit on the balcony. They talk with friends. They read. They watch a movie. They play with their children. They eat cake. Sunday is about calm. It is about rest. It is about small moments. In the evening, Sunday feels different. It is quiet again. People think about the next day. They prepare. They fold clean clothes. They pack their bags. They write a list. They make a plan. They say, tomorrow is Monday. You take a shower. You brush your teeth. You get into bed. You close your eyes. The weekend is over. But it gave you something good. It gave you rest. It gave you time. It gave you peace. And now, you are ready to begin again. Imagine this. You wake up at 6:30 a.m. The sun is still sleeping. The world is quiet. Your name is Sarah. You are 26. You live in a small apartment with 2 plants and 1 loud alarm clock. You work as a receptionist. You smile at people. You answer phones. You wear a name tag that says, "Hello, I'm Sarah. This is your week, Monday." You don't like Mondays. Nobody does. But you get up. You brush your teeth. You make tea with lots of sugar. You eat toast while checking your phone. You walk fast to work. Your shoes make a click-click sound on the street. At work, the printer is loud. The phones keep ringing. But you smile. You say, "Good morning," again and again. At night, you make noodles. You sit on the couch. You fall asleep during a movie. Classic Monday, Tuesday, you feel better. You wear your blue jacket. You catch the bus and get the window seat. You listen to English on your phone. You hear someone say, "You can do this." You smile. After work, you buy bananas and cookies. You eat dinner in your pajamas. You write 1 word in your notebook. Progress. Wednesday, middle of the week. You wake up with a song in your head. You hum it in the shower. You wear your favorite shoes. At lunch, you sit outside. You watch birds. You feel the wind. You think, life is fast, but this moment is slow. At night, you read a book about a woman who travels the world. You dream about airplanes and maps. Thursday, busy day, very busy. You write emails. You answer questions. You fix a coffee machine. You feel like a superhero. At 6 p.m., you're finally home. You lie on the floor and stare at the ceiling. You breathe. You say, "I made it." Then, you study English, just 15 minutes, but it counts. Friday. You wake up smiling. You know it's almost the weekend. You wear your red sweater. You make extra coffee. At work, people laugh more. Someone brings cake. After work, you meet your friend Mia. You sit in a small cafe. You talk about everything. You say, "Let's do something fun tomorrow." Saturday. No alarm. You open your eyes slowly. You stay in bed for 10 more minutes. Then you make pancakes. You dance while cleaning the kitchen. You water your plants. They look happy. In the afternoon, you visit your parents. You hug your mom. You listen to your dad's stories. At night, you light a candle. You watch a movie. You smile. Sunday, a quiet day. You take a slow walk to the market. You buy oranges, tomatoes, and fresh bread. You sit in the park. You watch children play. You feel the sun on your face. In the evening, you cook for the week. You write in your journal. This week was hard, but I did it. You brush your teeth. You get in bed, and you fall asleep ready to begin again. That's Sarah's week. Normal, honest, real, like yours, like mine. Full of small moments that matter. Let's look at some words from Sarah's story. Simple words, useful words, words you can use in your life too. You don't need to write them, just listen. Let them stay in your mind. 1. Wake up. This means to open your eyes after sleeping. Example. I wake up at 6:30. Sarah wakes up early. 2. Toast. Toast is bread that is warm and crispy. You can put butter or jam on toast. Example. I eat toast for breakfast. 3. Couch. A couch is a big chair. You sit or lie on it. Example. Sarah sits on the couch and watches a movie. 4. Window seat. This is the seat next to the window on a bus or plane. Example. Sarah sits by the window and watches the city. 5. Market. A market is a place to buy food like fruit and vegetables. Example. On Sunday, Sarah goes to the market. 6. Journal. A journal is a small notebook where you write about your day. Example. Sarah writes in her journal at night. 7. Breathe. To breathe means to take air in and out of your lungs. Example. After a long day, Sarah stops and breathes. 8. Favorite. Your favorite thing is the one you like most. Example. Friday is Sarah's favorite day. 9. Busy. When you are busy, you have many things to do. Example. Thursday is a busy day for Sarah. 10. Pancakes. Pancakes are flat, round cakes. You eat them for breakfast. Example. Sarah makes pancakes on Saturday. 11. Walk. To walk is to move with your feet. Slowly. Example. Sarah walks to work on sunny days. 12. Hug. A hug is when you put your arms around someone. Example. Sarah hugs her mom when she visits. 13. Dream. A dream is a hope or something you see when you sleep. Example. Sarah dreams about travel. 14. Smile. To smile means to show you are happy. Example. Sarah smiles when she drinks coffee. These words are small, but they are strong. They help you talk about your day. They help you tell your story. Use them when you speak. Use them when you write. Use them when you think in English. You don't need many words. You just need the right ones. Learning English is not easy. Sometimes it feels slow. Sometimes it feels confusing. You listen and listen, but still don't understand everything. That's okay. Understanding takes time. Fluency takes time. But listening is the first step. When you were a baby, you listened before you spoke. You heard voices, you heard words. You didn't understand them at first. But your brain was learning. It's the same now. You listen. And your brain starts to grow new connections. New words, new sounds, new meanings. You don't need to speak perfectly. You don't need to translate. You just need to keep listening. Every time you listen, you train your brain. Your ears get stronger. Your understanding gets better. Your confidence grows. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel stuck. But remember, you are learning just by listening. Even if you understand only a few words, that's progress. Even if you don't speak yet, that's okay. Listening is learning, and you are doing it right now. So keep going. Listen when you walk. Listen when you clean. Listen when you eat. Let English be part of your life. Don't stop because it's hard. Keep going because you are growing. One word at a time. One story at a time. 1 week at a time. You are not alone. You are learning, and your brain is listening. And that's enough for today. You've now listened to 2 full weeks. Your week and Sarah's week. And maybe you heard some words many times. Words about days. Words about actions. Words about how often we do things. Now I want to help you understand them even better. No tests, no grammar rules, just simple listening. Let's start with the word usually. People use it all the time. It means something happens often, maybe 4 or 5 days a week. You might hear, I usually wake up at 6. I usually eat fruit for breakfast. I usually go to the gym after work. It's not always, but it's normal. It's your habit. It's your routine. Now let's look at every. This word shows repetition, that something happens again and again. For example, every Monday I clean the kitchen. Every Friday I meet my friend. Every weekend I rest. Every can be used with days, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, or with times. Every night I read before bed. It's strong. It shows rhythm, like the rhythm of your week. Next is sometimes. This is different. It means not always. Maybe yes, maybe no. Examples. Sometimes I walk to work. Sometimes I eat pizza on Saturday. Sometimes I feel tired on Wednesday. It gives space. You don't promise. You don't plan. You just say, it happens once in a while. We also have never. This is very clear. It means 0 times. No, not ever. People say, I never drink soda. I never go to the gym on Sundays. I never eat breakfast before 9. It's strong. And it helps describe what we don't do, what's not part of our week. Let's talk about on. This is a small word, but very useful. We use it with days. Examples. On Monday, I start work at 8. On Saturday, I go shopping. On Sunday, I stay home. We use it to show when things happen. On Monday, on Friday night, on Sunday morning. Small word, big power. Now listen to a few real combinations. I usually go to the park on Sunday. Every Tuesday, I study English at night. Sometimes I clean the kitchen after lunch. I never drink coffee in the evening. These are real, simple, natural. You don't need complex grammar to express your life. You only need the right words, and the right words come when you listen. So just listen. Listen to how these phrases sound, how they move, how they feel. Don't worry if you forget some. Don't try to memorize. Just let your ears hear them, again and again. And little by little, your brain will remember them, naturally. That's the power of listening. You don't study words. You live them. Learning English is not a big jump. It is a long walk. And on that walk, small wins matter. Each week, something small happens. And that small thing means progress. It shows that your brain is working. It shows that your listening is growing. Maybe this week you heard a word and understood it. Maybe you finished this episode without stopping. Maybe you didn't translate in your head. Or maybe you felt a little more confident. All of those things are wins, real wins. Small wins are easy to miss. Why? Because they feel small. You think, I didn't speak today. I didn't study grammar. I only listened. But listening is learning, and small wins are the proof. Let's look at examples. You hear a word you learned last week. Now you understand it faster. You understand a sentence, even if one word is new. You listen for 10 minutes without getting tired. You feel more relaxed when hearing English. You hear a sentence and know what it means, without thinking in your language. That is not nothing. That is progress. Many people stop learning because they only look for big results. They want fast fluency. They want perfect grammar. They want to speak like a native now. But real fluency doesn't come fast. It comes from moments, little ones, from listening every day, from understanding a little more each week, from not giving up. Your brain is learning, even when it feels slow, even when it feels invisible. So here's what you can do. Every week, write down one thing you did well. I listened for 15 minutes without stopping. I understood a new word today. I heard a sentence twice and it made sense. Say something good to yourself. I am learning. I am improving. This week I made progress. Don't compare your English to anyone else's. Your path is yours. Your speed is your own. Your wins are enough. Small wins build strong habits, and strong habits build fluency. Each time you notice a win, you give your brain a signal. This is working. This is helping me grow. And that signal keeps you moving forward. So don't wait for a test to tell you you're learning. Don't wait for someone else to say you're good. Trust the small things you feel. Trust your ears. Trust your brain. And most of all, trust yourself. You are doing something powerful. Each time you listen, you win. Each time you learn a word, you win. Each time you try again, you win. So collect your small wins. Celebrate them. Let them remind you that every week you are not starting from zero. You are starting from progress. You've come a long way. You listened to a full episode. You heard 2 weeks of daily life, your own and Sarah's. You listened to routines, to habits, to simple English. But this was not just about the words. This was about you. About what you're doing right now. You showed up, you pressed play, you stayed. And that matters. Maybe you listened while walking. Maybe while cleaning your room. Maybe before going to sleep. Maybe while cooking lunch. Or maybe just sitting with headphones on. However you listened, you made time. You gave your brain something powerful. You gave it English, soft, slow, real English. Learning doesn't need to hurt. It doesn't need to feel hard. It just needs to be real. And this was real. Every sentence, every word, every sound became part of your mind. Even if you didn't understand everything, even if you forgot a word, it still worked. Because your brain was listening and learning. That's what listening does. It trains your ears. It helps you feel the rhythm. It gives you the music of the language. Not just the grammar, not just the rules. It gives you the feeling. And that's how we really learn. Some days, learning is quiet. You don't notice progress. You feel like you're not improving. But you are. Each time you listen, your brain builds a new path, like small roads in a big city. And those roads grow, day by day. One phrase, one sound, one feeling at a time. So don't stop. Don't wait to be perfect. Don't worry if your grammar is wrong. Don't say, I'm not ready. Because you are ready. You're already doing it. Right now, by listening, you're growing. Make English part of your week. Every Monday, every Friday, every quiet Sunday morning. Make it part of your life. Not as homework, not as stress. Just as something natural, like water, like music, like a voice that stays with you. When you feel tired, listen again. When you feel stuck, listen again. When you feel brave, listen again. Because English is not just a subject. It's a tool, a key, a way to connect with people, with ideas, with the world. You don't need to do it all today. You don't need to remember everything. You only need to keep going. One day, 1 week, 1 episode at a time. And when you look back, you will see how far you've come. You will remember. It started with just listening. So thank you. Thank you for trusting this moment. Thank you for listening. Your journey is real. Your progress is real. And your English is growing. And it all starts again next week.